Carol Ruth Lano was born a fighter, strong and independent. Her first world collapsed as a young girl during the 1938 hurricane that ravaged the south shore of Long Island. After her home was destroyed, her family picked up the pieces and settled in Queens, New York, where Carol grew up and graduated from Andrew Jackson High School. Carol was an optimistic, warm, caring, and fun-loving individual who brought joy to others through her presence, her laugh, and her positive outlook on life. This is her story. In the 1960s, Carol met a young man still in the United States Army. They fell in love and raised two beautiful children together. It was truly a fairy tale love story. And it was a wonderful blessing to have been raised and loved by Carol throughout her life. Her children were deeply impacted and taught to view life in the way their mother did, with an open mind, a willingness to dream, and the ability to trust in yourself and stand up for what you believe in. Unfortunately, all this was not enough. The gynecological cancer she fought for almost 3 years began to take its toll. It is a little-known fact that gynecological cancer is particularly deadly, with a significantly higher mortality rate than breast cancer, a dreadful disease that attacks the reproductive system of women. Even as the prognosis began to look bleak, Carol carried on and decided to touch more people's lives in a positive way. Inspired by her angels, the talented and dedicated team of medical professionals that cared for Carol at Winthrop University Hospital in Mineola, New York, she wanted to create a way to help these professionals continue their education in the research and treatment of gynecological cancers. Carol was so impressed by these individuals that even in her last days, this beautiful and vibrant woman wanted to help them instead of herself. Carol knew that if she could help these residents, nurses, and student nurses continue their educations, it would lead to an increase in the number of professionals researching the area of gynecological oncology, with the hope of alleviating the devastation and anguish that she and her family suffered through. Carol's way was not to focus on the negative, not to cower and give up. She forged ahead with an open mind and heart, willing to do anything to help. 2 weeks before her death, she asked her husband to promise her to do something for these professionals. He did. Carol's cause was created to fulfill her vision. Shortly before Carol's death in May of 2004, Carol was lying in a hospital bed in the living room of the home that she and her husband had built together. All the while, her husband was by her side. She saw an ad for Atlantic City, called for her love, and said when she was all better that they were going to go there. 8 days later, Carol died in the home where she and her husband loved together and built a life together. All this culminated with the foundation of this organization, all driven by the will and love of Carol. Carol's cause is a not-for-profit 501c3 corporation and was established to provide grants to residents, fellows, or researchers doing original research in gynecological oncology. The goal of Carol's cause is to attract more doctors, researchers, and other medical professionals to the specialization of gynecological oncology through increased monetary rewards. In 2009 alone, approximately 84,000 women were affected by these diseases, and approximately 28,000 women died. That's a 33% mortality rate. Let's not lose one more mother to this horrific disease, one more daughter, one more sister, aunt, or grandmother. Let us honor Carol's spirit by researching, fighting, and destroying this cancer now. Help fulfill Carol's vision and ensure that countless women and their families, now and in the future, will no longer be tormented and can awaken from this nightmare. Donate today.